All right, June 4th trade recap. Um, First of all, what did I mark out? I had my prior day high up here, and then I put my prior day low down here. Technically, this is also a prior day low. I know I marked it as 4 hour intermediate low, but you'll see why when I drop down to a lower time frame. Something I want to note is that yes, we are trading past prior day lows, like on prior day's low, and we're closing down below it, right? But we're also have to keep in mind that on the daily time frame, we're trending higher still, right? And we're respecting this bullish gap. If we're respecting this bullish gap, right, I can anticipate this small downtrend as just a pullback, right? And I don't want to be trading pullback. I want to be trading in the same direction that the market is going, which is essentially still going up. So then I drop down to the 4 hour. This is a 4 hour intermediate low right here. One fair value gap right here, and this low that gets respected is an intermediate low. So that is another key level that price has already tapped into. Keep in mind, right? Price market hasn't opened yet, and price has already tapped into it, which is a good sign. Another level I had was this 1 hour gap right here that price as well also already tapped into, right? So going into the open, I was very bullish. Just seeing that we tapped into my key levels already. So then now at this point, I'm looking for any key levels in the 15-minute day I may have missed. Another key level that we price could potentially trade down into is this 15-minute gap, but I was already super bullish, seeing that the 1 hour and 4 hour is much stronger than the 15-minute. So therefore, I was just using this as a key level to begin with. After that, I hopped on the 5 minute and waited for price to do a resweep of some sort and for me to get an entry. So at this point, now that price is trading lower, it's a good sign for me to see that, okay, now we're targeting these lows right here to see if potentially we can resweep these lows. And what did it do? Once it tapped into this, we immediately just inverse, which is always a good sign of an immediate inverse, right? And from here, I think I took longs. I think I took it right away, yeah. I took it like up here, somewhere right here. Stop loss down here. And then I was targeting this 15-minute unfilled gap. Let me see what. Let me see what I wrote. Where's my alerts? Oh yeah. 5 minute. I originally here charting the 5 and 5 minute 5 and unfilled 5. Okay. I was targeting this 15-minute gap right here. Yep. This 15-minute gap. But I was also looking on the 5 minute. We also have this unfilled 5 minute up here. These multiple unfilled 5 minute. And what I essentially did, which I'm journaling so I can like be accountable for it, was once I was already in profit, I kind of was like, okay, like, oh wow, this is kind of moving like really strong in my favor. Let me see if I can extend my take profit. That right there is a flawed mentality to do. So what happens was, this was my break even. Once I hit this, I moved my stops to break even. But once it hit the first target, I took off my position there. But I held one, and to see how far I can go. Essentially, I switched my stop loss to my take profit. The reason why I don't like doing this is because, one, it wasn't part of my original plan. My original plan was to target this unfilled 15-minute fair value gap, not these targets up here. Yes, you can say, even in hindsight, that it did work out and it did eventually, play out in my favor. Like, that's not the point. The point is not I made the money on this trade. The point was because I was targeting one thing, yet I got emotional about the stop loss and I wanted to make more. Therefore, I had to move it. Like, that does not help you in the long run, just because, it's, first of all, it's greed. And second of all, there's going to be other times where it doesn't work out that way, Like, you just move your stop loss and then it didn't fill you or whatever, and then you just get and retraces all the way down without even filling you, Yeah, so that's something I want to take note of was that I didn't fully take profit here like I should have. I extended my take profit, you know. Yes, I made more, but my execution wise, and I would not, you know, grade this as good as I would if I had just taken profit right here. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to take note of for this trade. Another thing too is like, look how healthy this close is. Right after making the inverse, this was the first candle and it just completely inversed it, and it was just a healthy close. You know, no wicks, strong candle, right at a key level. Not only do we tap into the 1 hour fair value gap, we get a re-sweep of that fair value gap, and then we immediately just inverse. Like, this is just like an A+ setup in my opinion. Yeah, like it was honestly just good. Yeah, so hopefully by now, if you guys are watching this should be like, I don't know, like the 10th video I have out, or the 10th trade recap. Like, you guys should be familiar on how I'm identifying these levels already. Like, I start on the daily, I start on the 4 hour, and then I go into the 1 hour, right? My daily is I use for mainly directional bias, just a general consensus, right? If we're trending bullish on the daily, I'm gonna be bullish. And on the 4 hour, I look to confirm my bias. So I look for anything that supports it. Like, for example, this is a bullish gap that's getting respected. If this gap is getting respected, I'm anticipating for a price to go higher. Right? Same with the 1 hour. If we're in a bullish trend, right? And just because we're in a short-term downtrend doesn't mean we're just going to go all the way down, right? We're still, zoom out, we're still very bullish. Like, I don't think we're bearish until we go down trade over here, low key. Like, you know? So for now, it's just, we're long, you know? And also another thing, we're disrespecting bearish, or bullish, or yeah, and we're respecting bullish. Disrespecting bearish and respecting bullish, you know? Let me see. Another. Yeah, that's basically it. I took that 5-minute gap today. It was one and done kind of thing. And I essentially, it just, yeah, played out. You can see right here. Yes, I did take it off here, but, you know, like times like this where it's just like, are you risking this much just to make that much? And you might as well just take a profit, you know? Like, I'm already right here. It essentially already took out most of my profits. Therefore, I just took profit on this candle closure right here. And, yeah. Honestly, me moving the stop loss was me emotionally trading the P&L, not the strategy, you know? Because if that was the case, I should have taken profit, and I should have been all out and be happy to just move on right here. But no, my greedy ass wanted all the way up here, and, you know, it worked out this time, but next time it might not work out in my favor. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be posting more videos on the specific videos you guys need to, or you guys should watch for each topic. So for example, daily bias, I'm going to be uploading like a couple videos that I have saved, how to find liquidity, etc. But just be careful not to watch like any other random videos, just because like it might confuse you, because certain videos people might go over their strategy, and depending on how you want to trade, it might not be the same as mine. So all right, see you guys.